What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on episode 10. In episode 10, what I plan to do is I plan on taking some hay bales. I'm going to take some of it. I'm going to show you guys how to make some bread using a hay bale. Then I'm going to use more of the hay bales up on the top up here to build a floor for my structure that I wanted to build on top of this island. And then I also want to show you guys how to make a pumpkin farm. So I'm going to take this whole row right here and turn this whole row into a pumpkin farm. Stay tuned. Alright, so since I want to work on this pumpkin farm thing, I'm going to take this entire row that was hay before, and I'm going to show you guys the correct way to plant the pumpkin seeds so that they will grow at all for you. And so when I was starting to build with pumpkins before, I noticed that I was putting them in the ground wrong, and they wouldn't grow, and they wouldn't grow any pumpkins. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to find some pumpkins out in the forest somewhere, and I had already found 5 of them. Okay, when I went and traveled around the lake that I have here over on the the west side of the lake over there, I found a big patch of pumpkins, and I was able to take 5 of them back with me. So you need to go to your crafting table, and you'll see that you can get 4 pumpkin seeds from 1 pumpkin. So that should leave me with about 20 pumpkin seeds to start with, which should be okay. Alrighty. Now, when you're planting your pumpkin seeds, you can plant them next to each other. However, you need to have a space next to it open for the pumpkin to rest on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me move this dirt out of my way, and then I'm going to switch the seeds out. Now I'll plant 10 over here, and then I'll show you where I'm going to put the other 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to leave a space open right next to it. That way when this plant grows up, the pumpkin can produce right next to it. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Now it might grow just fine like this, but just to make sure that I don't have a problem with the pumpkins sprouting, I'm just going to turn these sections that I want the pumpkin to land on right back into regular dirt. Okay, and I just do that by jumping on it. Okay, you don't have to do anything else but jump on the dirt to turn it right back into normal dirt again. Okay, you might only take 1 jump, sometimes it takes 2, but usually it'll only take 1. Okay, oops, I must have landed on the dirt right next to it. See, there we go. And that way, when these pumpkins sprout up and start growing, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and you'll see that the pumpkin will lean over and actually be growing on the dirt next to where I planted the seed. And that's one thing that I didn't know how to do when I first started growing pumpkins. And it should look like that. And eventually I'll fill this whole row with nothing but pumpkins. Maybe I'll do in the future half pumpkins and then the other half watermelons, but for now, since I only have pumpkins, I'll do this whole row with just pumpkins. I'll show you what that looks like at the end of the video when the pumpkins start to sprout. Alright, now let me go back to the hay bale. You guys see that I have 64 hay bales in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn a bunch of that back into hay. I want a whole stack of hay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That should be enough. 63 is more than enough. Then when you want to make bread using the hay bale, you have to turn it into the wheat or the hay, whatever you want to call it. It is called wheat. Okay? But then you can take that and turn the wheat right into bread by using 3 wheats right on the top here. You can see over here on this section, when I go and look at the how to make the bread, it shows you have to use 3 wheats. You put them together and you can make some bread. It's a great little trick there. Alright, now another thing that I wanted to show you guys before, well, let me go take a nap real quick, but the other thing that I wanted to show you guys before doing anything else was I wanted to start building the floor on top of my island here, and I was going to use the wheat bales or the hay bales to make that. And the reason I wanted that is because I want an island look to my house or whatever that I'm going to build up on the top up here. And I'm going to build it quite big, actually. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for a little bit. I'll probably skip through this part and go show you me just doing different parts to this next part. And if you want to just hang out and watch, and I'm going to fill in this top section full of hay bales. I might take a little bit of time just because I want the hay bales to look a certain way. So this might actually take a little while. Anyway, enjoy the video for a minute and watch me work. Alright, you guys, and there you go. I think that's all that I'm going to put in on this video for today. As you guys can see, I went ahead and finished up building that row full of pumpkin. It's almost done growing, and I did spend quite a while waiting and spreading them out all the way through. And let me walk over here and show you guys what I was talking about. The reason I placed the plants next to an empty spot of dirt is because the pumpkins will actually sit on the empty spot of dirt rather than where the plant was planted. And that's why you want to make sure next to where you plant your pumpkin, you have an empty spot so that it has somewhere to grow. If you don't do that, it won't grow at all, and you'll just be waiting for nothing, which is what I did a long time ago. I was sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting until finally one day I started digging up the plants because I was sick of waiting, because I was going to plant something else, and then one of them sprouted right in front of me, and that's how I figured it out. But I hope this helps you guys build your little pumpkin farms. If you're trying to make a little pumpkin farm, make sure that you leave that little space like I was just showing you. Now, I was spending a lot of time today waiting for my wheat to grow, and I mined a whole bunch of it. And as I went and got more, I took it up to the top of my hill up here. And as much as I could today, I spent time building my floor full of hay. And as you can see, I got quite a bit done. But actually, for me to finish, I'm going to need at least another 320 to 330 bales to finish this. This is 17 wide by 19 long, so with the exemption of this area, which is 20 long. Okay, so I'm gonna need, like I said before, another 330 to 320 to 330 more bales, which is gonna take quite a while. Within the next few episodes, I'm gonna finish this, but you can see my whole idea here. I want these red strap marks on the bales of hay going along the sides. In between the corners, I stuck the hay bales going this way, and then it leaves a nice little design. And then towards the middle, we'll see what I decide to do. Okay? Anyway, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did show you guys how to plant and grow pumpkins. I showed you the pumpkins give you seeds. I also showed you hay. Making hay bales. I showed you that you can turn the hay bales backwards back into the wheat and make bread from it. If you like this video, please head down to the bottom, click that like button. If you want to see more videos just like this, please subscribe to my channel. If you know anybody who likes this kind of thing, please share my channel with them. It really helps my channel grow. And we'll see you guys next time.